Today's film is Fall, and it begins with heartbreak. To move on from the pain of losing her boyfriend, Becky agrees to her best friend Hunter's invitation to climb a 600-meter decommissioned radio tower. But this tower has seen better days. Even the bolts look loose. Soon, the girls reach the 300-meter mark. Looking down, Becky's heart pounds. She forces herself not to look again, just focus and keep going. Thankfully, everything goes smoothly. Before long, they reach the middle platform, but that's not the goal. Their destination is the very top. Hunter urges her to climb faster, but Becky hesitates. There's no railing now, just open air all around. It's enough to paralyze anyone, but she doesn't want to look weak in front of Hunter. After confirming the ladder seems steady, she pushes herself to keep climbing. Halfway up, Becky already regrets her decision. Hunter cheers her on. Just a little further. Of course, for Hunter, a seasoned climber, scaling this tower feels like a walk in the park. To lighten the mood, she starts shaking the ladder wildly, completely unaware that the bolts are already coming loose. In the blink of an eye, Hunter reaches the top and pulls Becky up with her. Breathless and exhilarated, they shout into the wind. The world at their feet, the view, breathtaking. But they didn't come all this way just to stand around. Time for something thrilling. Hunter begins showing off, pulling stunts at the top of the tower. Meanwhile, Becky films everything with a drone. When Hunter's done, she turns to Becky. "Your turn." Becky hesitates, understandably, but Hunter keeps encouraging her. Eventually, Becky gives in. She's terrified, sure, but the photos turn out amazing. Afterward, Becky opens a small urn. Inside, her boyfriend's ashes. She releases them into the sky, a quiet farewell. Their mission complete, the girls decide it's time to climb back down, but of course, it's never that easy. Halfway down, disaster strikes. But Hunter reacts instantly. She grabs the rope just in time. Hunter pulls her up a little, just enough to buy a few seconds. Then, she wraps the safety rope around a steel beam. Using leverage and every ounce of strength, she slowly begins lifting Becky back to safety. After a tense few moments, Becky manages to grab the remnants of the ladder. She climbs up, breathless, but alive. Yet survival only brings a new problem. The ladder is completely gone. Climbing back down? No longer an option. And at 600 meters up, their phones have zero signal. As the weight of their situation sinks in, they rummage through an old toolbox and find a telescope and a flare gun. Hunter looks through the scope, hoping for a miracle, but what she sees only crushes her further. Nothing but barren desert in every direction. No people, no roads, no hope, but she refuses to give up. If there's no signal up here, maybe there's some lower down? She drafts an SOS message, ties the phone to a rope, and carefully lowers it down the tower. No response. Still no signal. So Hunter makes a bold move. After countless failed attempts, they realize it's pointless. They need a different plan. That's when they get another idea. Throw the phone down. Risky, but maybe worth a shot. To protect the phone, Hunter stuffs it inside her sneaker, adds padding from her bra, and tightens the laces. Then, she throws it. Now, all they can do is wait. Suddenly, they spot someone down below. Frantic, they shout at the top of their lungs. But at this height, their voices are barely whispers. The man doesn't look up. He doesn't hear them. And worst of all, the phone shattered on impact. Just like that, their last hope disappears into the dust. Just then, Hunter spots something, a group near an RV, grilling food in the distance. She figures it's their best shot. If they wait till nightfall, the signal flare will be much more visible. So the two of them wait, exhausted, dehydrated, and desperate. As darkness falls, Becky fires the flare. Nothing happens at first. One more time. A burst of fire lights up the sky. It works. The flare catches the men's attention. Hunter grabs her phone and waves it frantically. From the top, they can see the men looking up. They've been seen. Finally, help is on the way. Or so they think. A moment later, the men hop into the girl's car and drive off without a second thought. Becky and Hunter are stunned. Their one shot at rescue just vanished into the dust. The next day at noon, the heat becomes unbearable. Both girls are severely dehydrated. There's still some water left in the backpack dangling below, their only hope of survival. Hunter, slightly stronger, volunteers to go. But there's a problem. The rope doesn't reach all the way down. Hunter decides to risk it. She swings out, dangling over the void. Becky screams from above, but Hunter pushes forward. She makes it. She reaches the pack, rips it open, and gulps down water. Becky watches from above, parched and desperate. After a short break, Hunter tries to climb back. The rope is close, but not quite close enough. Then she finds something useful, a selfie stick. After several tense attempts, she hooks the backpack onto the rope. Balancing carefully, she clamps her legs around the bag while Becky pulls. Hunter climbs inch by inch. They're just a step away from the top when it happens again. Another slip. Becky looks down, heart racing. Luckily, it's just a scratch. Hunter's palms are scraped, but she's alive. Becky pulls harder. Finally, she hauls Hunter up. The first thing Becky does is chug water like it's gold. Regaining some strength, she scribbles a note on a scrap of paper. Their plan? Send the message via drone to a nearby motel. The drone lifts off, but barely makes it past the tower. Battery low. If it keeps flying, it'll crash. No choice. Becky hits return. Now the girls have only one thing on their minds: how to charge the drone. Thankfully, fate throws them a lifeline. They spot a signal beacon at the top of the tower, and if there's a light, there must be power. At daybreak, Becky takes her final sip of water and begins the climb toward the beacon. But with her injured leg and no food for days, every move becomes a battle. Just when she's ready to give up, Hunter's voice echoes from below, singing. It sparks something in Becky. Summoning all her strength, she keeps climbing. Step by step, inch by inch, she finally reaches the top and plugs in the drone. But now, another kind of waiting begins. It's going to take time to charge, and under the blazing sun, time is the last thing Becky has. Her hands begin to shake. She's on the verge of passing out. Then things get worse. A vulture circles overhead. It's been watching her for days. Now, it swoops in for the kill. Just as the drone finishes charging, Becky scrambles back to the platform. There's no time to waste. She launches the drone toward the distant motel. Every tap, every adjustment, Becky moves with cautious precision. This is her last hope. The drone nears its destination, but at the final moment, her heart sinks. The man standing just meters away completely misses it. He gets in his car and drives off. Becky is shattered. They've tried everything. Is this really how it ends? As sunset falls, Becky grows weaker by the minute. She tells Hunter to take off her shoe so she can send the phone again. But Hunter replies, "My shoe? It's down there. Remember? I fell." Suddenly, it all makes sense. Hunter's been gone the whole time. The rescue, the pep talks, all in Becky's head. She never pulled her up. She only pulled up the backpack. Everything else was just a hallucination. Too scared to be alone, her mind had conjured a companion. Now, truly alone, Becky slumps against the railing, waiting for death. But just then, the vulture returns. It's been waiting long enough. This time, Becky is ready. She sets her phone down quietly, then grabs the bird mid-attack and smashes it against the platform. It's brutal, but it's survival. And Becky eats every last piece of that vulture. With renewed strength, she clips her rope to what's left of the ladder and lowers herself down to Hunter's body. Then she pulls out her phone and sends a message to her dad. But this time, she does it differently. She places the phone inside a shoe and tucks the shoe deep inside Hunter's body. It's the only way to keep it safe on the fall. If there's even the faintest signal down there, the message will send. Now, all Becky can do is wait. Time passes, maybe hours. Then, she hears the sound of sirens. Her father is here. So are the rescue teams. Becky collapses into her dad's arms, sobbing. Only in moments of desperation do people unlock their hidden potential. If not faced with death, a girl would never dare to fight a vulture. It's only after brushing with death that one truly learns to treasure life. Because compared to being alive, everything else is trivial. The film Fall was released in 2022. No matter how good the commentary is, it can never surpass the original. That's all for today's story. See you next time.